Info Plus for genuine information.
AITM College, Kumaltar, bringing the future of education.
Kathmandu World School, education for a better future.
National College of Computer Studies, Pagnajul Marg, Kathmandu.
यति पिभिसी छ जमिनसँग नाता वर्षौंसम्म.
Uniglobe College, a pioneer with explorative vision in management education. Info Plus.
नमस्कार, स्वागत छ यहाँहरु सबैजनालाई नेपालको एकमात्र शैक्षिक कार्यक्रम इन्फो प्लसमा। सधैँझै कार्यक्रम लिएर म कार्यक्रम सञ्चालिका सदीक्षा श्रेष्ठ उपस्थित भइसकेकी छु र आज हामी स्टुडियो भन्दा बाहिर छौं। आज हामी ज्ञानेश्वर स्थित स्टडी स्क्वायरमा छौं र आज हामी लट्रोब युनिभर्सिटीका 3 रिप्रेजेन्टेटिभ्सहरुसँग कुराकानी गर्ने छौं हाम्रो होल प्रोग्राम भरि। सो ढिला नगरिकन लागौं त्यही कुराकानीतर्फ।
Info Plus.
Gentlemen, welcome to our show Info Plus.
Thank you.
So firstly, because it's the three of you, we have many viewers who are watching us online. May I please request maybe a short introduction about yourselves, how long you've been associated with the university, how long you've been in this education field, and something about the university as well. I'd like to start with Mr. Gaur.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting us. My name is Arun Gaur, and I work for Latrobe University. I have been working with Latrobe for the last 10 years. However, if I talk about my overall experience in this industry, so I've been into this industry for the last 15 years. I'm working with Latrobe as a manager for the marketing and admissions for the South Asia and Africa region. My journey with Latrobe is like, I've been starting with admissions and then I've shifted into the marketing. Yeah. And the number of years I've been working here, I found a lot of things in Latrobe, and every year the universities, keep improving its rankings. Talking about the university, Latrobe was formed in 1967, and we are a 55 years age of university. Being a 55 years age of university, as I told you that we keep increasing in rankings every year. So. For QS ranking, if you talk about, we ranked top 316, and for the Times Higher Education rankings, we ranked as 218 universities all over the world.
Thank you, Mr. Gaur. We also have Dr. Vipul Patel with us, who is a faculty at the Civil Engineering Department, right? So if you would also maybe introduce yourself and something about the Civil Engineering faculty at Latrobe.
Yeah, thank you. Myself, Dr. Vipul Patel. I've been to Latrobe since 2016, so it's almost 6 years. I have experience of 10 years doing teaching, research, working in various sectors, including government-funded research centers. For myself, I think I'm doing the research in steel and composite structures. I have published over 60 journal articles in high-impact journals and published 2 books. About the civil engineering at Latrobe University, we are running undergraduate courses and master courses.
Thank you very much. We also have Professor Dr. Naveen with us. So if you'd also introduce yourself to all our viewers who are watching us.
Thank you. My name is Naveen Chilankuthi. I'm a professor in cybersecurity and also Associate Dean for International Partnership. So my journey started 26 years ago. So I was with Latrobe 26 years ago. I started as an international student. So my journey is the same as others' journey. I'm really loud to be a part of the Latrobe. Reason being, I think Latrobe has a different sort of environment for students, especially international students. So 26 years I was doing all my masters, PhD. And regarding the department, I think one of the best department we can see, because we did a lot of changes. I'm part of that. I'm proud to be part of that changes. And it's very friendly. We have students from Nepal, India, and other countries, multicultural. So really, it's a dream come true for me.
What a fantastic journey from a student to being a professor at the same university. I think is quite commendable. I'd like to start with Mr. Gaur regarding the same question, relating Dr. Naveen as well. How is the global employability when it comes to the students as well? Because many of our Nepali students who wish to go to Australia come with these big dreams and hopes of getting high quality education, at the same time getting opportunities to work there. Now we have one perfect example here, but in general, how has the scenario changed post-lockdown as well, post-COVID as well? How is the situation when it comes to getting job opportunities for the students?
Sure. I briefed you about the rankings, that Prob have, as I also told you that every year the university improving its rankings, and these things are not automatically happening actually. So the university doing a lot of efforts, but we have done that, we have a lot of companies, they have their home as La Trobe. So we have many research centers of the companies, and we make sure that each and every program is having the internship as a part of the program, which takes student into the employability world. So employability ranking, if we talk about for La Trobe, so 87% of the undergraduate student and 94% of the postgraduate students, they are getting the job within the 4 months of completion of their studies, which is ranked 9th best in Australia and 129 all over the world.
That's amazing. So students do get an opportunity to work part-time as well in the university itself, in a way where they have a lot of research centers where they can be associated. Now, civil engineering or engineering in general is also a really loved field in Nepal as well. A lot of students have dreams and aspirations to become engineers. How difficult would it be to adapt in the Australian education system for Nepali students who go from here?
Yeah, we have a very supportive environments, students receiving a personalized experience. In addition, they also experience the hands-on experience. We have many laboratories that will help them to transit from Nepal's education system to the Australian education systems. We have a models to support particularly the first semester coming students. We interact with them more often to find if there is any difficulties that we provided. We have a small size classrooms, and we like to help the students within the small classroom size.
Now, along with engineering, another field that a lot of kids these days or students these days are interested is definitely IT. You know, a lot of students feel like that is the sector that is really booming in the next 5 to 10 years. That is where they should head. So IT has a lot of craze as well when it comes to computer science or information technology. How is IT at La Trobe?
Okay, good question. See, as I said, we learn from the industry. See, it's not just we study the books and then do it. So we align with the industry, talk to industry every time, and invite them to give a talk, part of the classes. And the talk is about how to get a career in the particular field. So they're well connected from the day one. It's not we just do it in the last year, so that they know how they can actually achieve that goal, like a placement. So because see, obviously students want to get the right outcome for their own benefit in there. And they have different requirements. So obviously we tell them before they start, so in the orientation, so that they're actually ready. So well aligned with industry, so that they will know what to do to get a good job.
I'm sure one of the top ranking universities in the world. I am curious how the IT labs at La Trobe are like.
Oh, excellent. It's actually we developing IT labs with the well-known industries like Cisco, EC Council for cybersecurity. So they guide us, because see, it's not we design and then our own students. So they actually give us the guidance. They give us the equipment. So students practice in that. They get a certification also, part of that this one. So practicals are really like a real-time practicals.
So along with these practicals, they have a hands-on experience when it comes to industry as well. Does that also mean that more chances for placements after all these interactions?
Because see, that's where the value for them. See, everyone can get a degree. Everyone get an IT degree, thousands of them. But where is that your difference? Is that you actually professionally qualified with a degree and a certification recognized by worldwide, not just Australia. So that's where they actually stand out in there.
And how is the engineering degree when it comes to La Trobe University? How is the faculty like? What other USPs can the student find in this particular faculty?
Yeah, so all those faculties are highly qualified. They are doing the research in their specialized area, because the teaching and research goes in parallel. We can't separate them because students need to be informed with the latest technologies. Most of our staff also receiving the industrial experience. They are coming from the industry and they have a chartered engineering status. and they are using the real world problems and examples not coming from the book but coming from their personal experience. So yeah, all those faculties are highly recognizable, and as personally, as I mentioned, I published 60 journal articles and 2 books that are internationally recognized.
So all the faculty members are highly educated, of course, highly equipped, and the amalgamation with the industry experts also makes the degree at La Trobe even more better. But quality education is there, but so many students, especially international students, are traveling for the very first time into a new country. So they are definitely confident about the education, the quality of education, but they just might be scared of the new environment. Are there any special things that the university does to make sure that they feel at home or closest to home?
Absolutely, absolutely. So, we it's a hand-holding from the university side from the day they land on the airport. So we have a free, the airport services available for the students. So we take them to the
directly from the airport,
yes,
to the university.
Yes.
Okay.
So they come down to the university campus, and before the course, the start, we have a 2-week of orientation program where we tell them about the Australian culture, how to study in Australia. We make them settle down. We take them for the city tours so that they feel that they are not alone. During those orientation, they meet the other students also. This is how they are making their network. They get, involved in the environment. So these kind of things we do for our students once they get into the campus from the day when they, land in Australia. Along with that, we have a lot of accommodation available within the university campus. And, that is, the accommodation is just like that. You are just moving out from accommodation and you are there in the campus itself. So you're not traveling, for far to the university. You can stay in the university. You can utilize the university, all the facilities we have. To make them more comfortable, we have a lot of, the clubs on the campus. These all are the, the activity clubs, cultural clubs. And we recommend students to join any, 1 or 2 of the clubs, so that they feel that they are at home. It is not only get yourself involved with your own community. It's better to get involved with the other community people where you actually learn about the different world.
Right.
And this is how you feel comfortable, in the campus.
So if I'm not mistaken, the university also provides accommodation which is inside the campus,
yes,
in and around the
yes,
campus.
yes.
And if the students, for example, if some students wish to stay outside the campus, is that also possible, like housing outside
Absolutely,
the
yes.
campus?
Absolutely, yes. So we give them options for the on-campus accommodation as well as for the off-campus accommodation as well before flying from here. So before flying from Nepal, they can see what all accommodation options they have based on their own the preferences. So both the options available with the university.
Can you maybe briefly tell us about the pricing as well, because all our students who are watching might be wondering what is the cost difference between these two?
Sure. So on-campus accommodation, if we talk about, we have very beautiful accommodation, newly built. It's a capacity of 1,200 students. These are in all new infrastructure, new design buildings we have. And the cost is starting somewhere about $250 for a week. If you compare with the outside campus, the facility which we are offering, that is quite reasonable. However, there are different kind of accommodation available off campus as well based on the preferences. So it's somewhere start about $180 to $200 outside the campus accommodation. But again, based on the preferences, like you want to have a share room, or you want to have your own room, or the studio type apartments, based on then the charges are there. But normal charges, if we talk about, starting somewhere about $250 on campus. Outside campus, somewhere about $180 to $200.
So not a big difference, but just a slight difference there, right? So all these students, internationals who now land at La Trobe, how does the IT department engage them in kind of various projects and studies as well?
Okay, excellent. So this is the first thing is we actually make them comfortable. I'll add something for Arun also. For us, the important one is food.
Okay. Yes, very important for students, yes.
So actually, because we are very close neighbors, India, we have a Indian restaurant on the campus. So a lot of, I know a lot of Nepalis, my students, I used to take them. And whenever we have an opportunity, we actually cater them for food, basically, and they love the food because, see, that's how we start,
Definitely.
sort of engaging with them.
Right.
First food, make them comfortable, away from home, because cooking is a big thing for them. They've never been outside. And then coming to the course and things, there are course coordinators which they will sit with them, saying, what subjects they want to take, what are their goals. Basically, it's about them. It's not what we have, it's about them, what they want to become. As I said before, if they're aiming to get a job in a particular field, we'll talk about how to do that. And we have an app at La Trobe where they can actually trace their skills based on the subjects they did. So they know what exactly they're aiming and what skills they're actually getting. So it's all well planned. We have 55 years of history, and we know what students like to be in there. So definitely we'll make them happy.
Talking about subjects, what are some of the majors that they can do in engineering when it comes to engineering at La Trobe?
Yeah, so I think that is the great questions about engineering, that we have a civil engineering, manufacturing engineering, electronics, telecommunications, and construction and engineering management. Now, those majors are not selected from random or from the demands. We talk with industry, and industry give us the feedback saying if those majors are running, they are in the demand, and the students will secure the job.
So it's not just about bookish knowledge, but what the industry requires from them, like
That's right.
being 100% skillable and sellable also after they get their degree. A lot of students, engineering students especially, they hear a lot about Industry 4.0. Yes. So if you could just highlight a little bit about Industry 4.0, what is it all about,
Now, Industry 4.0, I think is not one definition can fit.
Right.
I think we have expert here, but I can add, if you have any system that don't require the human interactions and it can run automatic, that is the Industry 4. If we have a mobile phone here with you, you can turn off the lights by sitting here to your home. You are not physically going there, and you are turning off the light. That is the Industry 4.
Maybe Professor Naveen could add something
Sure,
on that.
yeah. Look, I think these days automation is Industry 4.0. It's all about automation. There is no, the people interaction with the machines are becoming very less because they can take care of them. Of course, with the help of IT and engineering. Look at our lights, automated smart homes, smart industries. This is 4.0, and you'll see more and more robotics, constructing buildings and cars, everything done by automated this one. See, what happens is, basically what we're doing is, part of it is AI, artificial intelligence. We create a brain in the machine. They can think like humans. That is exactly 4.0.
So, all these Nepali students who you've interacted with also at La Trobe, what are some of the majors that they take when it comes to IT, and why do you think they are going in that direction also?
Yeah. Look, as I said, we all come from the same background. Our system is almost similar. So we are really good in maths compared to others.
Yes.
So definitely the best thing they would do is either cyber security, because it has some mathematical background, and networking. I have seen many students, I graduated many students in, as I said, 26 years. Most of them coming from Nepal are from networking. Some of the really good programmers, they go for software engineering. So these three, I can tell you, majority of the students will take.
Are these also some of the emerging opportunities when it comes to placement and jobs in Australia as well?
Yes. And to make it more easy for them, we actually sign an MOU with banks so that they guarantee that, okay, we'll take 10 students from your batch in this particular role. And there is a shortage of graduates because of these 2 years.
Wow. So when we talk about engineering graduates, how have they, went inside or how do they go into the industry? Like even Nepali students, I'm sure you've interacted with them. So how have they acclimatized, let's say, to the Australian industry when it comes?
We have a 6 months placements in our course. Is a part of their course. We find a placement for the students in their final semesters, and it's a paid placements. We train them like they are like we prepare them for like a job. We ask them to sit down in the interview in the university. They go in the industry, also sit down in the industry before taking the placements. They also write the cover letters and resumes. So it's helped them to securing the job. Many industries who provide the placements, they offer the jobs. So we have a called job ready skills.
By talking to all of you, I realized that the students are really well taken care of when it comes to La Trobe University, all the international students who come. But still, according to your knowledge, Mr. Kaur, do you think there are some challenges that students face, like first thing when they come, and how can they, like what kind of information they should have so that they don't face those challenges?
Sure. So the first thing is that, students need to plan their, studies well in advance. What I feel that what I've experienced actually, that students applying to the universities just before the 4 weeks prior to the course commencement. So that is the biggest challenge for them. Now, I would like to tell them, if you want to planning abroad for your studies, you should at least start your preparation at least 3 to 4 months prior to the course start date. So La Trobe have options where students can pick up their courses in the Melbourne city, and we also have the the presence in the regional the Victoria as well. There are a lot of incentive for studying in the regional campuses. Some extra scholarships we have, and some extra incentives are providing by the government. So they should know about those incentives before applying to the university, so that they can choose the right the campus and as well as the intakes. So we have multiple intakes in a year. So we have 3 intakes like Feb, July and November. So if you're planning yourself, at least plan at least 4 to 6 months prior to your course commencement, so that you have a full information which campus you're going in, what all advanced, the incentives you have to studying there, what all scholarship opportunities you have there, as well as what all intakes you're going for, so that you can reach the university on time. You will not missing your classes, and the most important part, you're not missing your orientation, because orientation, you can say it's kind of a foundation of their studies. So they should not miss out this opportunity.
It's just September now, and I was thinking, oh, so for the November intake, it's good. But then again, you said maybe a good 4 months is required. So good planning is required. And to all our students who are now listening to how fantastic the university is, the kind of support, the kind of faculty they have, and they are definitely wondering about the cost factor and the scholarship that comes also. So if you could maybe shed some light on that as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we have scholarship up to 50% available with the university. We have different slab of the scholarships. So we have a 20% scholarship, we have 25% scholarship, 30% scholarship, which is for the entire duration of the program. These are the student, based on the student previous scores in their education. And then we have a merit-based scholarship, which is 50%. On the top of it, as I told you, that studying in the regional campus, students get extra incentives. So we have extra scholarships. So we have Bendigo campus, which is the closest, the regional campus we have across Victoria. So if we talk about the overall campuses we have 7 campuses across Australia. One is in Sydney, and then 4 campuses in the regional area of Victoria, 2 campuses in Melbourne. So Bendigo is the closest to the Melbourne, and if you apply for any of the regional campus, you will get a top up of the $300,000, the dollar extra scholarship. And as I told, if you're planning, in advance for your studies, we give you extra incentives for that. So we give a 5% early bird, the scholarship on the first year of tuition fees if you apply early. So applying early give you, more benefits.
Right. It's like early bird catches the worms. Early bird here, or early applicants, they catch the scholarships,
Absolutely.
right? Other question that I wanted to ask you was, these scholarships that the students get, are they throughout the program, or number one? And number two is, some students who don't really have good scores still apply, still get through. If they do show good or outstanding results, will they be eligible to get scholarships after the program is started?
That's a good question. So the first, answer of your question about the duration of the scholarship, these scholarship 20, 25 and 30 along with that 50%, this is for the entire duration of the program. Student will get it. Students are required to pass their subjects to carry on their scholarship for the next semester. They are not required to maintain any percentage. The top-up scholarship, which is $3,000 for the Bendigo campus, it is one-time scholarship. And the early bird, like the scholarship I told, that is also a one-time scholarship. I also want to add on one more scholarship, which is a Destination Australia scholarship, which is only offered to the students if they are going to the regional campus. So the amount is $15,000 for a year. Again, it is for the entire duration of the program. Now, the scholarship which I have just mentioned to you, up to 30% scholarship, students are not required to fill up any form. It will automatically come once they apply to us. We calculate the percentage and we give this the right scholarship to them. For Destination Australia scholarship, we apply on student behalf because this scholarship is actually given by the government. So they have given us the money and they ask us, okay, this is the money with you. You can give this to your students. So we apply on student behalf to the government. However, the 50% scholarship which I talk about, for that need, student need to apply for that one. And that I told you as based on the merits. So that's a competitive scholarship, but yes, the right candidate will get that one. Yeah.
Definitely, I think so many opportunities to look forward to. So pre-planning is the most. यहाँले पनि हामीले अहिले टेलिभिजन हेरिराख्नु भएको छ कतिजना विद्यार्थीहरू भने तपाईले पनि यो ट्रोपमा जानको लागि चाहिँ अहिले प्री-प्लानिङ गर्नुभयो भने अर्ली बर्ड डिस्काउन्ट्स अथवा स्कलरसिप्सदेखि लिएर मेरिट बेस्ड स्कलरसिप्सहरू पनि रहेका छन्. सो प्लानिङ चाहिँ अलिकति पहिल्यै गर्नु पर्यो सो द्याट आफ्नो अप्सन्सहरू पनि के कस्ता छन् भने तपाईँले थाहा पाउन सक्नुहुन्छ. And as we come towards the end of the program, one question that I wanted to ask both the professors were, Australia, I feel, is a multicultural amalgamation of students as well. From all over the world, students are there. How do you think this interaction between international students has also helped them in terms of their studies, if they have at all?
I think it's very welcoming country, and they require a lot of, because of the population, they require a lot of skilled people. And the way they get is obviously international students. The good thing is at La Trobe we have, as Arun mentioned, clubs, very important, because inter-club challenges, people from Nepal, India and things, we actually have combined, festivals, combined activities, and we invite others also, anyone interested. So obviously we have people coming from European countries, people coming from different parts of the country. They all come to us and they love to interact. Of course, our food is the attraction. So they come and talk to us. So we start from there, very basic activities. Then study-wise, we have no problem because we are already multicultural and our staff is also multicultural. So it works both ways also.
Something you'd like to add?
When it comes to the postgraduate courses, our postgraduate courses are mostly culturally diverse. There are many international students coming on our courses. To support those courses, as Naveen mentions, we run many festivals. We have a new sport facilities in the La Trobe University, so students can participate on those sports. We have a gym on the campus where students can interact with other international students.
In the end, again, a question to both of you. Maybe some encouragement to the students would be knowing where all the graduates have landed, like big industries where they've gotten job opportunities. So if you could just maybe share some of those industries or companies where La Trobe graduates have worked or are working, I think that would be a big attraction and big boost of confidence for the students as well. So some IT graduates and some engineering graduates, like the kind of companies that they work for?
Yeah, so I'll start. Our graduates go into very broad, sector, especially telecommunications, banking, finance, health systems. A lot of people don't realize health is very big in Australia, digital health. All our records are digital now. So they need a lot of IT graduates. Cybersecurity, very big thing. So these are the four main domains I would say our graduates are. And generally they get placement before or after, sometimes before they graduate.
Before they graduate. Okay.
Yeah, I have cases where they get before they graduate. So they already reserve this spot, I would say. Very, very, of course, not all of them, but some of them really get this one. Can I also add males and females, very important for us, because it's very important that South Asian countries has we get a lot of women into the IT, and we take sort of a proud, like we have 30 to 40% of females in cyber IT in there. And there are special coordinators, we have staff, our own staff, nominated as for the women, we call She Tech. Right. She is female technology. And this organization is only for them, and they hold hands and then take it to the graduation.
Fantastic. That's amazing. So special help for the ladies who want to make their mark in terms of the technology also. Okay. How is the situation when it comes to engineering graduates?
Yeah, same like Naveen, due to the placement, students receiving the job before even getting the certificate. Students are getting the jobs in the government sectors because civil engineering and engineering are required in government sector, research centers and the big industries. Particularly, students are working in the Metro, Fulton Hogan's, multinational industries. The new terms that I can add, there is a forensic engineer, insurance company that required to investigate some, let's say, building damage or some road damage, and the insurance company send the engineers to making sure that all the designs and requirements are on the place before approving the claim. So there is a new term, forensic engineers. You are working as a forensic one, so I think it's very attractive for the young engineers. And again, for female candidates, engineering are not too much attractive to females, so government putting a lot of resources for the industry who are promoting and hiring the female candidates.
All right. As we come now to Mr. Arun, lastly, I think to all our students who are watching also, if you had to just ask them to make sure that they have maybe certain documents in place, or what are some of the things that you wish students knew before they came to Australia?
Sure. So the first thing I would like to tell you that I already mentioned about that you should prepare yourself at least 4 to 6 months prior to the course commencements. You should well aware that which the campus you're going in, which intakes you are applying in, and on the top of it, I would request them to have a look some some videos or some testimonials of the students before landing in the campus, because they should have some prior knowledge about the course they are going in. So it's better to take some some information about it, because it should not be like a cultural shock for you. At one place that okay, you have to deal with all these things. And also what the university is doing that once student land at the campus, we, as I told, we have the orientation where we get them comfortable. There are a lot of bursaries, there are a lot of the efforts doing by the university. So we give them the free voucher, food vouchers and all. So it is actually helping them to understand the situation, the environment and all. So that's why I request to the students to have a look some of these videos, get to know more about Australia culture in the university.
And lastly, as we are at Study Square, maybe a few words to a Study Square who are the official authorized representatives for La Trobe.
Absolutely. So La Trobe and Study Square, we are the strategic partners, and we all are working on the same vision where we are actually helping the student to catch all their dreams. So we provide them end-to-end services under one roof. So Study Square and La Trobe, we have we are sharing a very good bond, and we are giving them the right information, right courses, where they are learning after finishing the program. So we give them all that the consultation, all that information once they come here in Study Square.
Thank you very much to all the lovely gentlemen for having this conversation with me, and for enlightening so many of our Nepali students who wish to go to Australia for their studies and are looking at La Trobe as the destination that they can fulfill all their dreams. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much very much.
Info Plus.
दर्शकवृन्द, आजका लागि कार्यक्रम इन्फो प्लसको समय यही समाप्त भएको छ। यो कुराकानीबाट यहाँहरूले La Trobe युनिभर्सिटीको बारेमा धेरैभन्दा धेरै जानकारी पाउनुभयो होला भन्ने हामीले अपेक्षा राखेका छौँ। नेपालको एक मात्रै शैक्षिक कार्यक्रम इन्फो प्लसबाट म लगायत सम्पूर्ण युनिटलाई बिदा दिनुहोस्। नमस्कार।
Info Plus, for genuine information.